Hello everybody, this is Sue Johnson here, and you will be seeing Stanley. This video is about a great day camping, a day when Lewy B, Lewy body's dementia, did not steal our joy. We arrive at a beautiful, spacious campground, enjoy a visit from my daughter and grandson, and we cook salmon over the campfire, which turned out really good. And at the end of the day, Stan shares about what it's really like for him living with Lewy body dementia. So even after a diagnosis, we're just sharing the fact that there can still be great moments of joy, moments worth celebrating. Lewy body dementia has this fluctuating cognition, and there be it, we're going with the flow. Picking a spot on where to place the tent is important for us because it gets attached to the back of our vehicle. So the space behind the car is important. Is it level? How is the tent going to be there? And this one, it passed the test. When people think of theft, they picture someone taking a wallet or stealing a bike. But on our previous camping trip, something far more valuable was stolen. For a few hours, Lewy body dementia stole our peace. It stole my husband's trust in me, and it stole the feeling that we were simply a husband and wife enjoying a quiet day camping. And then, just as unexpectedly, it gave him back. Now that happened the next day. But on this particular camping trip, I have my Stanley. Lewy B, as we call him, or Lewy Bananas, he didn't show up, and we're grateful. You know, we love each other most easily when we're out camping or hiking or sitting under the trees. There are fewer distractions, and we can truly connect, and that's one of the things I really like about our camping experiences. We can really tune into one another, as Stanley would say, focus, without all the distractions. Now, aside from the hallucinations that Stan seems to get, he is basically just as much as he's always been. Perhaps a little more indecisive, a little more dependent on me for company, but I confess I actually don't mind that, for the most part. Stan he was always the one who sought out interactions with others, the social guy. I have always been the one who enjoyed a quiet solitude. I've often said that I could easily live in a cabin in the woods, coming out on occasion just to let people know, hey, I'm still alive. Stan, on the other hand, he would need to live in a city or a town where he can talk to the neighbors and interact with people and be more social. I used to call him my social convener. He was the one that would say, hey, let's call up so-and-so and have them over, or go here and do this and that with them. At church, I call him the social butterfly. He would be flittering about, greeting people, making them feel good about who they are, and just being there. When I decided to make natural soaps and sell them at markets, Stan was the man. He was great at greeting people and drawing them out, and again, just making them feel good. That became one of our mottos for selling soaps. We just wanted people to feel good. It didn't matter if they bought soaps or not. However, Stan was the one who sold most of my soaps, and people would stop and they would say, do you realize what you have here? And I'd say, oh yeah, I know. He was always outgoing, and now that's a little bit more subdued. So it's a bit strange for me to be the one that sets up the activities, suggesting going here or there, but he always agrees with my ideas. I have this great sense of freedom, if that could be a benefit, where I plan something and he's my great companion. He comes along with me. We are great companions for one another. Stanley used to talk more than me, even in social situations. He would talk and I would listen. I was happy to let him do this, take the lead, because for me it meant I could relax and just let things flow and allow his creative conversation to take over with others. And I could just breathe and have time to think. Yeah, we worry together about our kids, and we still do. And we delight in their well-being, which is great. My mom used to say that a mother is happy when she knows her kids are doing well. And we share in that, Stanley and I.
The ring, set it aside. Lift out the next section, set it aside. Next section, take it out and flip it over, put it back in. So turn it upside down, the whole unit. There you go. Flip over, put back down. Now the middle big section, yeah, goes down in.
And then put the cover on. That didn't cover. Or should we?
These days, Stan is more often by my side, needing me. I'm getting used to that. I enjoy it, sort of. Often I'm leaning on my counseling experience to explain this or that to him. One day he approached me and he said, "I'm grieving my original Susan." I wasn't quite sure what he meant by that, but I've since learned a little bit about the doubling effect, that they see more than one person. So he sees more than one of me at times, which is a bit strange. But on that day when he said he was grieving his original Susan, we held hands and I explained that there's only one me, uniquely made by God. There is no other. I'm still here, Stanley. And then I might say, "This is Lewy bananas." And he'd say, "Oh, one of those symptoms?" I'd say, "Yeah." And that kind of helped to reset his thinking. So those kind of hallucinatory situations are very short-lived. But they do happen, and it's part of what they call the cognitive fluctuations of Lewy bananas, Lewy body dementia.
It's a video. Okay, here we go. Where are we going, Carter? Where are we going? Yes.
Yes, sorry.
Are you having fun now?
Well, I would say that relaxing after a hot day, the smile on your face, and actually even have a cup of cheer. Now, a cup of cheer can be many things. In this case, it's H2O, which is water, and sometimes it's refreshing. But anyway, highly recommend these fire logs, as they're called. And everyone hear from you, you've used them as well. So great product. All the best. Bye.
The real test with this fire log is whether the flame is going to go down enough so that we can get some kind of coals to heat our dinner over. But maybe we just keep the griddle high enough so that the flame doesn't lick the bottom of our aluminum foil. There's a woodpecker over there. There's two of them actually.
Well, a flicker actually is part of the woodpecker family. And I had a job many years ago working out in the bush in the winter time. In the mornings you'd come down about 7:30 to the site, and the temperature was minus 30 degrees. And so we started to work. We're cutting down trees and trimming them And because the woods were clear, the leaves had fallen in the fall, and we had lovely clear vision, and blue sky morning, cold but beautiful, invigorating. I would see especially this bird, this flicker, that he would come down the tree, sometimes upside down, and he had a great old song. Anyway, here's to woodpeckers.
And flickers.
I don't want to ramble too much. Hard to talk with a mouthful.
How's your salmon?
Well, here's his product. The product is ready to eat now, and it was delicious, done over open slash coals fire, and delicious, been seasoned on the top with, what were those herbs you put on there?
I'm not sure.
Not sure about the herbs, but it's delicious, and I highly recommend once in a while a real salmon dinner.
Cooked over an open fire, and the fire's still going. But our grill worked good. It was the right height to cook the salmon. Now I'm going to eat mine.
From my point of view today, you've had a very normal day.
Yeah, I would think so. Normal is a good word.
Like there hasn't been any, questions about who I am or who your driver was, which was me. There haven't been any of those things.
I think I'm pretty well past all that now.
Well, they call them, cognitive fluctuations. It's going to go up and down. But today was an absolutely, completely normal day.
And may we have many more.
Yes.
Now, what do you call that condition that people have that I have?
Lewy bodies.
Lewy bodies. Well, Lewy bodies, I think, was bothering me in some measure a couple of years ago, because I would see the odd hallucination. That is, for those who don't know what we're talking about, Lewy bodies is a condition that some people get, and it brings them into a different world of hallucination. And Susie, what other things happen to them?
And speak up a bit. The REM, sleep disturbances, acting out your dreams at night.
And it's just a really good idea to go and see your doctor, and he'll probably put you under a specialist if you haven't had any notice or treatment. It's a good idea at least to make your doctor aware of where you're at, and he can work for your good. Anyway, we've had some good time, and some things you got to get out of your life to make it better. So here we go again. another good day. When we were going together 29 years ago, sometimes we'd pull into the driveway at night after being together, chatting and visiting. And one or other of us would say, "Another good day."
Another good day.
Thank God that the good days far outweigh the bad days. Good night.